last but certainly not least, 98-and-a-half-year-old Frank Woods. Following training as a mechanical engineer at Northeastern University and 2 years in the U.S. Navy at the end of World War II, Frank Woods spent almost 30 years in a variety of manufacturing companies before joining Nypro as quality control manager in 1972. He became corporate director of development in 1976. With more than 30 years of job shop experience, Frank was able to establish quality assurance as a major executive function at Nypro on the same level as plant management. He developed the quality procedures and wrote the first Nypro quality control manual that allowed Nypro to create comfort and put our customers at ease, particularly in the healthcare field. After Frank moved into his major career position with Nypro as corporate director of development, he played a crucial role in developing Nypro's growth overseas, particularly in Puerto Rico and then in Hong Kong, Singapore, Shenzhen, and Tianjin, China. Frank also used his experience to develop new locations that would directly appeal to major customers new to Nypro. He was really one of Nypro's first great culture carriers, bringing the Nypro way from one global location to the next as he mentored some of our most successful company leaders in those locations. Jim Goodman joining us and coming to sent to Puerto Rico by Gordon. Gordon sent Frank down to teach Jim how it was done the Nypro way. Similarly, he went over to China, he went to Singapore, he helped mentor David Go, he helped mentor Nelson the Guy. He worked side by side with Jim Benam all over in China. And I can still remember many times seeing Frank in his late 80s climbing molding machines in China, trying to figure out if regrind was being used, the right combination, and so forth. With his vast experience both at Nypro and all these other manufacturing companies, he was able to see the big picture for virtually any manufacturing challenge. And as I said, he remained active into his late 80s. It's the new, 88 is the new 65 for retirement, Frank Woods is, you know. He never missed a detail, asked the right questions, and really bled the Nypro colors throughout the world. And Frank, thanks to Jim Goodman's great help and the kindness of his family, and we have a big entourage here of Frank's family. We have his daughter Gail, his daughter Linda, his brother-in-law Ken, his brother Joe, two World War II vets, and we didn't really. When you're in the Pacific for 2 years, in the last 2 years of the war, and you come through that and what they did, landing on Iwo Jima together, you're a survivor, and nothing these guys saw after that seemed difficult. But we're so grateful to have your brother Joe here also, his sister-in-law Jenny, another daughter Carol, and another daughter Jan. Did I get everybody? So the whole family came en masse here from all over to see Frank win this award. And rather than Muhammad going to the mountain's coming to Muhammad on this. We're going to go sit with Frank's family with the awards.
I have to give a good speech.
Look up the camera.
Right here. Nobody can hear me good.
I've got the mic. Let's get your picture first.
Okay. I hear one more. Thank you.
We'll get a family picture of you.
Oh, yeah.
Frank, here's a microphone. It's all yours.
Thank you.
I'm going to try, but don't go away. I would like to introduce my four daughters right here, standing in front of me. That's Carol, that's Linda, that's Gail, and that's Janet. And they're wonderful people. And then I have beside me one of my grandsons, Nicholas Boyaja. And I have the greatest people I have ever dealt with, my brother Joe. Very good. And since I'm not accustomed to this kind of things at my age, I have to call upon help to have you people understand more about me. So, Rick, where are you?
Rick Husk.
Huh?
Rick Husk?
Yeah, Rick Husk. Could you come over here, Rick is probably one of the finest guys I have ever met. And we spent many happy years together in Nypro. And I would like to ask, do me a favor. He's very good at it. Will you finish my speech?
And furthermore, it was a great life I had at Nypro. I started when he was that tall, and look at him today at 98. Unbelievable. And if Nelson the guy would call it from China today, he'd be on a plane tomorrow. Would he not?
Yeah. True.
You believe it. What an individual. And I learned a lot from him, except growing hair. Look at the head of hair that he's got behind here. I am so jealous. What an individual. Frank Woods.
Assistants to close this all out for me. I would. Here's the mic. Oh, Bob Crowley.
I've already spoken. You can't get me twice.
Well, we all had a wonderful time for many years in Nypro. Enjoyed every minute and enjoyed each other. And many of you are now present in this room. And some are gone. But I enjoyed everything, every moment. I had the greatest boss I ever had in my life. Lord Lang.
I did forget one other thing that helped get Frank to 98.5. We would go 12, 14 hours every day, whether it's Puerto Rico or China or Singapore. But at the end of the day, we retreated. He pulled out his bourbon, he pulled out his super glue, and he had one Manhattan every night for his whole life. And that's what kept